No matter what you do in life or who you know, whether in your personal or your work life, how you show up is the basis for your success in life. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the importance of getting back in touch with and being your authentic self as the foundation for the success you have in life. Hi, I'm Beth Strathman. Welcome back to my channel. And if you haven't already subscribed, be sure to do so and hit the bell so that you receive notifications of my new videos. As we grow up, we tend to focus our lives on the skills necessary, the competencies necessary to be successful in life, to be successful in the outside world. So our whole lives, we are constantly subjected to the expectations of our families and of society, and we go to school and we learn these skills that are supposed to make us better citizens and better workers and just better people. And that's all good. By all means, get the skills that you need, the technical skills, so that you can do things that you weren't able to do before. But what's not really focused on, for most of us anyway, when we're younger, is really who we are as people. The whole focus is on what we're going to do in the outside world, so we don't really focus on ourselves inwardly. So, for example, we don't focus a lot of times on the unique and meaningful contribution we're going to make in the world. Now, that doesn't mean that we aren't encouraged to figure out an occupation when we grow up. But sometimes that is influenced by what our families want for us or what society says is a good career, right? It's not as inwardly focused as maybe it could be. In my work coaching people who are in leadership positions, I find that almost all of them have all the technical skills they're going to need to do their jobs. That is not the issue. The issue is that they have lost touch with who they really are. They don't focus on how they're showing up every day for people. They're still more focused outwardly on getting the work done, on doing. So what I tend to work with my clients on is really looking at themselves from the inside and getting back in touch with who they really are, so that the way they're showing up, whether at work or at home, is really more authentic to themselves and more, I guess, on an even keel. So how can getting to the core of who you really are create more success for you? So first, getting back in touch with more of your authentic self helps enhance your composure. The composure being the ability for you not to get off center when things go wrong. By getting back in touch with more of your authentic self, you're getting back in touch with who you really are and not what other people tell you you should be. So it's starting to refocus yourself from the external influences and pressures to more of the internal truth of who you are at bottom. And when you do that, when you can show up more authentically and more genuinely, people will find you more trustworthy because they know that you're going to show up more consistently regardless of what's going on around you. And that consistency makes you more trustworthy. Second, you'll become more aware of and manage your emotions more effectively. This enables you to respond to situations more effectively, and this allows you to create an environment where you can bring out the best in others as well as in yourself. Once you become more aware of what's driving your emotional reactivity, then you understand the stories that are behind all of that, and you can look at those stories and see that most of them aren't really true. Once you're able to do that, Then you'll have a greater ability to stay on an even keel, not take things so personally, and not be predisposed to blame others when things go wrong. So some activities for clarifying and getting to the truth of your more authentic self is first looking at things like your values, your unique talents, your vulnerabilities, and what triggers you. When you know what's important to you and what you stand for and what you bring to the world and what triggers you, then you have what's called more self-awareness. And having self-awareness is a powerful step towards you understanding yourself and others. With more self-awareness, then, you can look at limiting beliefs that are holding you back, things that you tell yourself that aren't necessarily true, but they influence how you act or don't act in particular situations. When you understand where these limiting beliefs come from, then you can see, again, the stories behind them aren't objectively true. And you can reframe those beliefs so that you can create different beliefs that are more supportive for you going forward. And once you transform those limiting beliefs, then you will develop more the presence, the way of showing up in the world, that it, again, is more authentic to you. So again, when you show up more consistently, genuinely, and authentically, that also makes you more trustworthy to others. And that's true whether in your personal or your work life. And when you're more trustworthy, you're going to create, again, an environment that enables you and others to do their best work and be your best selves. Ultimately, you decide what success looks like in your life. What I've learned, though, is that what you do is important. So keep getting those technical skills, keep honing those skills that you have. There is nothing wrong with that, and it's very beneficial, but it's not the only thing. What you need to do is go beyond that and start looking at not only what you do, but who you are. Your way of, not just your way of doing, but your way of being in the world. And when you start really diving into who you are, how you be, so to speak, then you're starting to become aware that you might have a lot of habits and ways of being that aren't necessarily authentic to you. And it's time to start peeling those back so that you uncover more of your authentic self. When you do that, you will contribute far more to your ability to achieve the success that you define for yourself in the world. Thanks for watching.